Guys, the wind is howling outside. It is dark, it is wet, it is cold. It's pissing down with rain. And I sit here in my chair, looking back at how fucking terrible 2018 has been for computer games. The one shining star that I was looking forward to this year was Mount & Blade 2 Bannerlords. And I think it's safe to say that at this late stage of the year, it ain't going to be coming in 2018. Now that's like a double-edged sword for me, really. On the one hand, I'm so disappointed because I love that franchise. I've played them to death, to be honest, and I can't wait to play it with updated graphics and features that I'm going to talk about in a minute. But on the other hand, after witnessing the shitfest that is Fallout 76 from a so-called AAA developer, I'm pretty pleased that Tailworlds Entertainment have chosen not to release Bannerlords because they don't really think that it's ready yet. And who am I to tell them that it is? So I think that's a good move from them, and I'm so happy that there's not a shit-faced publisher pestering them and turning the screws to say, release it, release it. You see guys, Mount & Blade 2 has no publisher. They are self-publishing this, which is great news for the gaming industry, because there's no sleazy suit tie wearing fucking cunts gonna get their fucking horrible, measly, grubby, slimy, mouldy hands on the production of this game. No, they can go right off. If you don't know what this game is, guys, this game is one of the best games I've ever played. It dates back years. In fact, this actual game, Mount & Blade 2, was announced in 2012. And basically what it is, imagine this, it's an open world sandbox game with a kind of little bit of quests, but not much. You can basically do what the actual you actually, you know what I'm saying? You've made your character, you know, you've gone and you've made a little bio, you were the son of a whoremongering wench called Agatha, you know, whatever the hell, you know, and you've made all that and you've started out on your journey and you have to make a huge army, take over the whole kingdom and murder as many peasants as you know. That's what I do, but you have to kill a lot of people. So you start off by doing basic little quests for people. You know, you're a skiv, you're just a little skivvy running around doing quests, killing a few bandits here, calling into the odd tavern and saying, hey, my name's Mac, this is what I fancy doing, do you want to join me? Nah, f*** you Mac, you ugly fat twat. But then you kill a few more people, then you come back to the tavern and say, hey, look at me now, alright, I'll join you. So you get a few bands of peasants joining you. You give them a bit of armour and weapons that you've managed to steal off some thieves that you killed. And then you might have a bit more money, so you hire a sellsword who's a really tough bastard, and he joins you on your little quests. And as you get more and more money and more fame, more and more people join you, you'll be able to get more and more weapons, you do more and more trading, you buy more and more food and provisions, you do a bit of trading and a few furs and stuff like that, and you eventually have a ragtag army. It'll have some archers, some cavalry, some footmen and all cavalry archers maybe, and stuff like that. And you can take on little bands of outlaws, so you start doing that. And to cut a long story short, guys, as you progress through this game, you get castles, you get villages, you get areas where you can get taxes coming in, you'll become a lord, you will have a bigger and better army, and you will be able to attack other people's castles, and there's wars going on in the land, and the whole game revolves around you building that up. And it is so immersive, guys, because you look back on what you've done, where you've come from and what you have, and it is just so satisfying. And it's going to be so much better in Mount & Blade 2 because of the amount of new stuff. The AI has been completely reworked. It needed it. It really did. And it sounds fantastic what they've done now. It really does. I can't wait to play this game. I can't wait to get hands on with this because the AI sounds fantastic. It adapts to everything that you do, and it will punish you for bad tactical mistakes. And tactics are everything on the battlefield because the way this game works, it is so easy for you as the leader of your army to control your troops. I mean, to give you an idea, in Warband, which was the first one of these games, I can't remember the exact function keys, but each function key would relate to, say, the cavalry archers, the infantry archers. And if you wanted the cavalry to follow you, just say the cavalry was F1, you just press F1, and say the follow command was Q, you just press Q. F1, Q, your cavalry's all following you. As simple as that. You could do it in under a second, just bam bam on the keyboard. Absolutely fantastic control, and you need that on the battlefield because you need to react to things that happen all the time on the battlefield. You might have a line of a shield wall in front of your foot archers, and then their cavalry might start charging, so you need to get your cavalry quickly to intercept them before they trample down your foot soldiers. And that's what made this game great. The actual combat was pretty basic in the first one, but on this one it looks way more fun than the first one. You've got shield directional blocking, which is a bit of a concern using it as a keyboard and mouse user. I just hope that the angles is alright, because on a mouse it is pretty hard hitting 10 to 2 and 10 pass through accurately. It's one thing pushing forward and backwards on a mouse and left and right, but hitting them angles can be a bit difficult. You know, if you the way you first move your mouse, I noticed that in Kingdom Come Deliverance. It took us a while to get used to it, but we'll see what happens with that. There's also sieges as well, where you can siege an entire castle. You had that in the first one as well, but it looks so much more fun in this one, both being on the receiving end of somebody sieging your castle and also attacking somebody's castle. Looks absolutely fantastic. The immersion of watching somebody sieging your castle, trying to defend it, trying to hold them back and bottleneck them so you can focus some arrows or throw some rocks down on them. It is just going to be incredible playing this game. I mean, even just out on the open battlefield, it's great. Just lancing people, chasing after horsemen and just lancing them. I remember in the first one, chasing down the last few people could take ages. I hope they've kind of fix that, or I hope I'm just a bit better than I was in the first one at being able to do that. But either way, the game looks fantastic. But guys, get this, it has permadeath. There is a pussy mode on easy where you don't have permadeath, but the normal game mode features permadeath. And before you all think, uh-oh, that's bad, no, get this, you get married in this game, you have children in this game, you have a dynasty in this game. When you die, you can choose one of your kids to carry on your dynasty. Now, how cool is that? It'll also take the looks of what you and your wife look like and then put a percentage of that into your child. There's going to be some right ugly fucking sprogs going around the battlefield. But that poses the next question. At what age? What if I die when my kids are children? I can't imagine having a high chair on my horse and a 4-year-old going, Dad! You know, it's just not going to be, it's not, there's going to have to be some kind of thing going on where your kids maybe start as teenagers or something. But it poses some interesting questions, because in this game you can be taken over, you can be stabbed in the back. Other lords that might be under your power can turn. So can your children? What if you have 3 or 4 kids and you choose your eldest son as your heir, and you're dead, so you take control of him and he runs your empire? What if one of his brothers gets jealous and wants it all for himself? Can he sort of put a spanner in your works? Who knows? We'll just have to wait until the game is released. But either way, it sounds and looks absolutely fantastic. I mean, the graphics aren't amazing for 2018, although look at Fallout 76, they're a lot better than them shiny graphics, but they're not amazing. But I don't think they could be with all the assets that's going to be running around on the battlefield. So I'm just happy that they're a hell of a lot better than Warband, which was the Mountain Blade that I played to death. Graphics have never made a game, and they never will make a game. Gameplay is what makes a game good, and having that depth, having that immersion, having that sense of belonging in a game has been lost in recent years. And Warband is one of the few games that really carried that well, and I think they've put everything that they had into Bannerlords. And I know for a fact that Tailworlds, these people are a Turkish development company, they know what makes a good game. They are gamers through and through, and I am absolutely confident that they will release a fantastic game. I have heard that it's going into early access on Steam, but I don't care. I really don't care that it's going into it. I just, as long as the final game is great, that's all I care about, because my goodness, we need some good games on the PC and console, because this year has been a shitfest. It really has, with a couple of exceptions. It's just been a fucking shit show for games. So there you go, guys. I just thought I'd do this video on Mountain Blade 2 Bannerlord, because we haven't heard a lot about it, and I was expecting it this year. And I know there's a lot of people on my channel who actually are looking forward to this game. We talk about it in streams quite a bit, so it's there. There's a great base for this game, and I'm one of the biggest fans. So bring it on, Mountain Blade 2, bring it.